Hi, my name is Cathy Maxwell, and I live in Hamilton, Georgia. My background is clinical in critical care and trauma. I decided to pursue a PhD really later on in life. That's when I was pursuing my master's degree, and I took a couple of the research-related courses, and really the light bulbs just went on for me. I just really fell in love with research, and I knew that I wanted to change my career path and really become an active researcher. And so that's when I began looking at PhD programs, and Vanderbilt was really my top choice. So my area of research is geriatric trauma, and I really became interested in this back when I was in the hospital. I had a position as trauma coordinator at a level 2 trauma center, and I really became interested in the older patients because their outcomes were so unpredictable, and I really became interested in understanding what contributed to their outcomes and in the things that healthcare providers could do to make their outcomes better. So that's really what I've worked on since I've been in coursework, and that's what I'm hoping to really build a program of research around. The reason I chose Vanderbilt PhD program, I looked at a number of different programs and I applied to a couple of others, but because I knew I wanted to be a successful researcher, I focused on Vanderbilt because I knew they were had a high ranking in terms of graduate schools, and I knew that the faculty here at Vanderbilt, that the research faculty really were very experienced, and that I would get the training that I was looking for in terms of the skills that I needed really to be a successful researcher. And so that's really why I chose Vanderbilt. So I think that Vanderbilt is really different from other PhD programs in that they really gear their whole program around making their students successful researchers. And the coursework, the enrichment sessions that they provide when you're here for your block sessions really they're all very practical. They focus on the issues that you really need when you get out. Courses in grantsmanship, in obtaining funding, the mentorship that you receive here, all of those are components that you really need to become a successful researcher. As a distance program, I know that was a little bit of a concern when I first started looking at programs, but I think that Vanderbilt has really achieved probably the perfect balance in terms of being able to provide the one-on-one, the interaction that you need, while also being a distance program. The block sessions that I would attend at the beginning of each semester, they really were intensive. So you met all of your professors, you were able to have classes that week in person. We had enrichment sessions. It was just a week packed. And then I would go back to Hamilton and have my classes each week. It was one day a week, and we would have synchronous online classes. And again, even though they were distance, they were person to person, they were live. I had the opportunity for interaction, which is so important in a PhD program. And so I think that in terms of distance, that really Vanderbilt achieves that perfect balance that you need.